Capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their line. Crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Check 53. And watch the leg. Slam, slam, slam.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check four, check four.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A first down carry by Elliott. There he goes again. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott finding Witten. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 30.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Check 53. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Keenum to Thompson on the screen. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. And down he goes. goes. Keenum is sacked.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Elliott. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Ryan Kerrigan. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. Slide. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Check it back. Check 31.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Ryan Kerrigan. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Hey, Delta. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Don't get nervous. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, let's pin him.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, here's Keenum. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Elliott. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. 10th carry now for Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Keenum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
He's got Thompson here, complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, earlier, Charles, we looked at some of the Week 8 games that were intriguing. How about some Week 8 games where you've got a team that really, really needs a win? And I was thinking about the Chargers at Chicago and Cleveland at New England. You feel like the Chargers and Cleveland need to find a way to get a victory.
I think you're exactly right, and the Chargers' chances are really slipping away. Chicago, y'all were throwing there as well at 3-3 and struggling on offense. They say they know they need to run the ball more. They absolutely must run the ball more. But Cleveland and New England, for me with Cleveland, with all the high expectations in preseason, it's almost a must-win at a place almost no one wins.
And a couple more here. Some Giants at Detroit. All of a sudden, Detroit's at the bottom of the NFC North.
And everyone says the same thing about them. They have great talent. That's a really good football team. Hard to believe they're 2-3-1 right now.
Last but not least, rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Keenum. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. 53, check 53. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check. So we're going to 53. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54.
Here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. Well, they got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
55.
From the pistol, they run with Peterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
They run again with Peterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Elliott. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Don't get nervous now. We begin.
From the 44, Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Prescott on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Second and 10 now from the 27. Prescott to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Prescott yet again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Try to get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw is Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And I think this defense...
STRO.